Hello, in today's video, we'll find out about the legendary life of Bruce Lee. So let's see whether his life has any mystery that you haven't known yet or not. Bruce Lee was born in 1940 in a rich family in America. His father is a famous stage actor, and his mother comes from one of the richest families in Hong Kong. His family moved back to Hong Kong to live when he was 1 year old. When being young, he was quite thin and sick because of being afraid that he would be bullied, so his father let him learn martial arts from the age of 7. However, ironically, the result exceeded the father's expectations. Not only did Bruce Lee not get bullied, but he also bullied others and became a big brother at school. Bruce Lee became increasingly bossy and unruly. He not only scared a teacher with a knife, but also forced his classmates to take off his pants in the middle of the school and pant on him. As a result, Bruce Lee was expelled from school. With such that personality, of course, he had been rolling around the underground world since a very early age. Although he was quite good at martial arts, at the age of 13, he still wanted to improve his level by studying Wing Chun. His teacher used to say that Bruce Lee was very cunning. Every time he went to class, he would stop other students at the door telling them that the teacher was off today so he could study alone. But he really is a prodigy. In just a few days, Lee mastered 36 martial arts while his peer had to take months to do so. It only took 3 years. Bruce Lee defeated the Hong Kong champion for 3 years, David Canfield. Then he won the Continent Cha-Cha-Cha champion. However, because of a conflict with the Triad, a powerful gangster group, Bruce Lee had to confront the police many times, which worried his father a lot and had to be taken to the US for safety. In the US, he finished high school and university while working part-time to make ends meet, sometimes working as a waiter and sometimes opening kung fu classes. From then on, he began to study deeper martial arts. After participating in several international karate tournaments, his name became famous and his work in dojos also prospered. Until 25 years old, he married Linda Emery, the woman that he met at the dojo where he taught. They later had a happy home with 2 children. The more Bruce Lee practiced, the more he realized that martial arts in China had many shortcomings. So he decided to create a new martial art of his own to overcome the limitations of traditional martial arts, gathering the quintessence of the sex, sharp but flexible like a dance. And from there, Jeet Kune Do was born. But as a martial artist, why has Bruce Lee been so famous like that? Yes, what made him famous was movies. You may not know that his process of joining the film industry was also very interesting. The story was that when he was just born in the US, an American movie needed the presence of a Chinese boy. So they asked his father, a famous person, to help them find one, and so his father took him to act. At that time, he was only 3 months old. Because of his family's artistic tradition, he had the opportunity to participate in many works. It was not until the age of 11 that the stage name Bruce Lee appeared. When he tried his hand at comedy and melodrama, he was just a lackluster actor. It was not until 1971 that the martial art film The Big Boss became an explosion that made his name resound. After its success, he played a main role in Fist of Fury. In only 13 days, Fist of Fury earned $4.3 million in the Hong Kong market, a huge amount at that time. In the next 2 movies, The Way of the Dragon and Enter the Dragon that he played with Stephen Chow broke all records. It can be said that with only 4 martial art movies, the name Bruce Lee had become immortal. The next part is The Game of Death. But the name was nearly a harbinger of something very bad. On the evening of July 20, 1973, the whole world was shaken to hear the news of Bruce Lee's death in his mistress' home. She said that while talking, Bruce Lee said that he had a headache, so he took a painkiller and went to bed to rest, that he didn't wake up forever. Authorities quickly investigated, and the cause of the death is believed to be a reaction to the painkiller leading to brain edema. But many other experts said that no one can die because of that potion. They didn't believe it, but no one could prove and find out any other reason. So to this day, his death still remains a mystery. Some people even said that he died due to a drug overdose. Bruce Lee's body was placed in a valuable bronze coffin and was interred in the United States, and followed by the farewell of 15,000 fans. This is said to be the largest funeral in Hong Kong history. Bruce Lee has many dubious records that many still don't believe are true. The most famous are 7 Guinness-confirmed records, including the only person to break a 45-kilogram sandbag with a sidekick, generating a force of about 720 kilograms with a nunchaku, able to punch 9 times in 1 second. And one punch can send a 75 kilograms person 6 meters away. The punch has a power of 2,587 kilograms. He also can kick 6 times in a second, can do 1,500 push-ups with both hands, 400 times one-handed push-ups, 200 two-finger push-ups, and 100 hump push-ups. When Bruce Lee died, he left the world with a lot of skepticism. However, people still wrote his name on the tombstone, the founder of Jeet Kune Do. Unfortunately, he passed away too soon. If Bruce Lee were still alive, he would be 81 years old this year and could surely produce many better films and many extraordinary records. That's all about today. Thanks for watching the video. Goodbye and see you later.